Imagine you are floating, not in water, not in air, in nothing, pure, absolute nothing. Behind you, the entire Milky Way galaxy, 200 billion stars, has shrunk into a pale smear of light, no bigger than a fingernail held at arm's length. Ahead of you, there is nothing, no stars, no galaxies, no light, just a darkness so complete it has a texture, a weight, and you realize, with a cold certainty settling into your chest, that you are not at the edge of the universe. You haven't even reached the hard part yet. This is the cosmic void, and nothing that has ever lived will survive long enough to reach what lies beyond it. From Earth, the night sky looks like an invitation. Those pinprick lights scattered across the dark feel like destinations, like promises. For thousands of years, humans looked up and felt wonder. We named the stars, we drew constellations, we told ourselves stories about what was out there, waiting, and then we built telescopes powerful enough to actually see. The Hubble Deep Field image, you've probably seen it, a tiny patch of sky, no bigger than a grain of sand held at arm's length, and inside that grain of sand, 10,000 galaxies, each one containing hundreds of billions of stars, each one separated from us by distances that don't just challenge imagination, they destroy it. It looks beautiful, it looks infinite and full and alive, but something is wrong. Between those galaxies, between those islands of light, there is something that even our best instruments can barely register, something that makes interstellar space, the cold, radiation-soaked void between stars, look like a cozy room with a fireplace. They are called the cosmic voids, and they are not empty. They are worse than empty. They are structured emptiness, a geometry of nothing. And the last place humanity will ever reach sits on the far side of one. Let's start with something simple, scale. The farthest human-made object ever to leave Earth is Voyager 1. We launched it in 1977. It has been traveling for nearly 50 years, moving at roughly 62,000 kilometers per hour, faster than any bullet, faster than any aircraft ever built. And right now, in 2026, it has just barely crossed into interstellar space, just barely left our own solar neighborhood. It has traveled roughly 24 billion kilometers. That sounds enormous until you realize the nearest star to our sun is 4 light years away. At Voyager's speed, it would take 73,000 years to get there, not to explore it, just to arrive. Now scale that up. The nearest large galaxy, Andromeda, is 2.5 million light years away. The observable universe stretches 46 billion light years in every direction. And then, at the edges of what we can see, beyond the last thin scatter of galaxy clusters, the cosmic voids begin. The largest known void, the Boötes Void, is 330 million light years across. It contains almost nothing, fewer than 60 galaxies in a space where there should be thousands. But here's the problem. Even if you somehow crossed it, even if physics bent itself around you and let you make that journey, you would arrive somewhere worse. The universe is not sitting still. It is expanding in every direction. And here is the part that should make something cold move through you. It is expanding faster than light. Not the galaxies themselves, space itself. The fabric of reality is stretching, and the farther away something is, the faster it recedes. There is a boundary called the Hubble horizon, the point at which galaxies are moving away from us faster than light can travel toward us. Beyond that line, light from those galaxies will never reach us. They are already, effectively, gone, and that line is getting closer. Slowly, over billions of years, the universe is pulling itself apart. Galaxies that are visible tonight will one day cross that horizon and vanish from our sky forever. In 1 trillion years, a civilization looking up from Earth's ruins would see nothing, not because the universe ended, but because the universe has run away. But it gets worse. Even if you are traveling at the speed of light, chasing those distant galaxies, you would never close the gap. You would spend eternity moving towards something that is moving away faster than you can follow. The last place humanity will ever reach is not a destination, it is a horizon, and the horizon retreats every time you approach it. Forget the distance for a moment. Imagine you actually got there, to the edge, to the space between galaxy filaments, beyond the last lit outpost of matter. The temperature is 2.7 Kelvin, nearly absolute zero, almost nothing. Your blood does not boil in space the way movies show it. It freezes. Every biological process in your body winds down toward stillness. The chemistry of life requires warmth, requires motion at the molecular level, and out here, there is none. But the cold is not the real danger. Out there, beyond the galaxy clusters, beyond the protective magnetic bubble of any star system, cosmic radiation streams in from every direction simultaneously. High-energy particles that punch through metal like it's tissue paper. The kind of radiation that doesn't just kill cells, it rewrites them, corrupts them, turns the machinery of your DNA into something unrecognizable. Astronauts on the International Space Station, still within Earth's protective magnetosphere, already experience elevated cancer risks. Out in deep intergalactic space, with zero shielding, a human body would begin breaking down within hours. And this is where things change, because we haven't even discussed what lives out there, or rather, what shapes what's out there. Scientists call them the Great Attractor and the Shapley Supercluster, massive gravitational anomalies pulling hundreds of thousands of galaxies, including ours, toward a single point in space at millions of kilometers per hour. We are already moving towards something we cannot fully see, cannot fully explain, drawn by a gravity we can only measure by its effect on everything around us. The universe has a skeleton, filaments of dark matter stretching across billions of light years, connecting galaxy clusters like neurons in a vast, cold brain. Between those filaments, the voids, and within the voids, something physicists are only beginning to model, a residual structure, a pattern in the emptiness that suggests the voids are not random. They are shaped by what? We don't know. Dark energy, the force accelerating the universe's expansion, is the leading theory. But dark energy is not understood. It is a name we gave to our ignorance. It makes up roughly 68% of everything that exists, and we cannot see it, touch it, or explain it. It simply pushes, and it is winning. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is the math. Run the equations forward. Watch what happens to the universe over trillions, then quadrillions of years. Stars burn out, black holes evaporate, matter itself begins to decay. The protons that make up every atom in your body, every planet, every star, current theory suggests they are not permanent. In perhaps 10 to the power of 40 years, they dissolve, not into something else, into nothing. The universe's final state has a name, the heat death, maximum entropy, a condition of such perfect, uniform stillness that no event can ever occur again. No energy difference, no motion, no information. The end of time itself, not with a bang, not with a collapse, but with an infinite, featureless quiet. And here, at the edge of everything, at the last coordinates any mind will ever register, at the boundary where light cannot follow, and physics dissolves into speculation, you understand something that no amount of comfort can undo. The universe was not built for life. Life is an accident of chemistry in a brief, warm moment between two eternities of cold. We appeared in the first few billion years of a story that runs for a trillion more, and almost all of that story happens in darkness, at temperatures where nothing can think, where nothing can feel, where nothing can wonder about what it means to exist. The last place humanity will ever reach is not a planet, not a star, not even a galaxy. It is the moment when the last intelligent mind, somewhere in the cosmos, made of atoms that were once inside a dying star, looks out at a universe that has gone completely dark and understands that it is the last witness, the last point of awareness in a space that no longer has any use for awareness. And then that too goes quiet. The universe will not mourn us. It never noticed us to begin with.